Hello, hello. Today I'm joined by Sandra from SandraStitches. She participated in the Preemie Crochet Challenge earlier on in the month, but the PDF for her Ocean Dreams pattern is still available as a free PDF for the challenge. So we still have a few days to get that. Just as a reminder, if you want to check out the roundup post that has all the patterns that's being featured, the link is in the descriptions. If you miss September 2025, don't worry about it. The post includes lists of patterns where you have free patterns available on the blog from the designers for those patterns, as well as links to where they are paid PDF patterns only. And I've separated them all out in the blog, so you'll be able to see which ones you can get for free on the post and which ones are paid only. But thank you very much for joining us, Sandra.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure, always.
Oh, bless your heart. You've participated in the challenge for several years now, haven't you?
Yeah, this is my second year participating in the challenge, and I love it because for me, it's a challenge. I am not a blanket person, and I am not an amigurumi crochet designer. And I always thought that things for babies are either blankets or all kind of, amigurumi stuff. And I kind of challenge myself to do something that is for babies, and maybe a small blanket that I did last year. And this year I challenged myself to do something completely different. So I really love participating in this challenge.
Oh, bless you. Well, it's nice to learn that you challenge yourself with these patterns as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So this year, as I said, I'm not an amigurumi, but I thought that I will add a little something on top of this baby Lovey, baby blanket, baby, however you call it in English. Um, and I use this star pattern. It's I think usually a star you refer to 6 points, but this is 8 points. So I don't know if it's called a star or not in English.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's an 8-point star, which I think is amazing. Really nice, very easy to follow. And then, you can add a bunny, a bear, a cow, a frog, whatever kind of amigurumi animal or creature you want to add to it. But as I said, I'm not into it so much. So I just made something super, super simple that I think everybody can adapt to what they want to make it for, and maybe add different eyes or different mouths, different antennas, maybe ears, whatever. And for me, it was really a pleasure to make one. As I was making it, my daughter was expecting her second baby. So she saw me making it and she said, okay, that's it. You have to make one for our coming baby. And it was a girl. So I made one in pink to be very, gender thing. So I made one in pink for her. And I gave it to her when the granddaughter arrived. So it was really nice for
yes.
me.
Your granddaughter is just adorable.
Yeah,
See,
thank you.
for me, when I look at that, the way you've crocheted it there, I think caterpillar. So I think
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
make it in greens.
yeah.
But it's
I've made this star a big. As I said, I'm not a blanket person, but I made a kind of throw size, small blanket in spicy cinnamon kind of color and beige, not this beige, a different beige, which is really nice for my living room. So I have it in my living room. It took me a long time, but I had the time. I think this pattern, this design is really, it's not my design, okay? It's not something that I've invented. You can find it, but I think it's really, really beautiful.
It is. Yes, I like that. I didn't really appreciate how pretty it was until you laid it flat there.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you've said that you don't design blankets and you don't design amigurumi patterns. So for people who might be new to you, what kind of patterns do you like to design? What will we find from you?
Mostly, I think simple but textured scarves, shawls, wraps, things for the home. I am into wall hangings now, and I have a series of wall hangings like rectangles and now a little bit of bandanas, not bandanas, mandalas, kind of circular. Um, Also, accessories like bandanas or headbands. We also have our annual crochet donation challenge, you and me. So we have sets of hats and scarves in that challenge. Um, I like to design things that are mostly quick to make, not very complicated. It's not that they're not complicated, but when you have to start to resize, increase, decrease wearables and things like that, I just lose interest. It gets boring for me. So I hope that there are more people like me in the world who connect and can relate to how I feel about them. I think they're amazing and beautiful, and I respect the designers that can do that, but it's not me.
Yeah,
So this is what I do.
lovely.
You can find lots of things.
Sorry, when I think of your patterns, I think more mindful crochet. So things that help you to relax, that,
Yeah,
like you say, you can get into a rhythm with them. So it's not necessarily easy to, but it's the type of pattern where if you're watching your favorite series or you're listening to your favorite podcast, or that you can pick up one of your patterns and make those at the same time.
yeah, definitely. It's usually not stitch patterns that you have to be with your eyes on the pattern and counting and see, watching that you're not missing a stitch or something. I try to find stitch patterns, combinations. I do combine all kind of stitches that are like that you don't have to use your brain all the time.
They have a rhythm to them, don't they?
The what?
They have a rhythm to them.
Yes. Yes.
So you kind of get into a rhythm while you're crocheting,
Yeah.
which is quite
Mhm.
therapeutic.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Okay, so where can people find you if they want to go and check out your shops or check out your Facebook group or your website? Where would you recommend people start?
So first of all my most of my pattern, I would say 90% of my patterns are free on my blog. So you can go and check them out on SandraStitches.com. The second place is my YouTube channel that I'm growing now. So I have a lot of videos there. Some of them are stitch tutorials, some of them are design tutorials, some of them are kind of vlogs that I show you how I go about, doing something, working on a project. You can, of course, also find my patterns on Ravelry, and I have a second shop on Payhip that you can find. My latest patterns are all on Payhip. What else? Pinterest. And of course, we have our free Facebook community, which is called Crochet and Stories with Sandra on Facebook. That is free, that you can join anytime.
Mm-hmm. Your Facebook group's really quite lovely, isn't it? You get a lot of interaction, and
Yeah.
usually I know I've seen quite a few videos in there where you're just sitting crocheting, having a chat to, you know, the
Yeah.
people in your
We
group.
have, yeah, I pop in and go live there whenever I feel like it. I feel it's my crochet friends because we've been together for so long. And so I pop in and I go live. And sometimes I do crochet with me sessions and we crochet together something very simple that can go, an hour or something like that. Yeah, people just love it there. It's really nice. I appreciate all the members.
Yes, it is. It's a lovely group to be part of. Well, I'll put all the links to the places that you've
Okay.
mentioned in the
Thank you.
description so people can check it out. But don't forget to please do have a look at the Preemie Crochet Challenge for this year. There's some absolutely fantastic patterns. And hopefully I'll see you in the challenge next year, Sandra.
Yes, sure, I will. Thank
Thank
you for having me.
you. Thank you, darling. See you soon.
Bye bye.